Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jenny and I'm so happy you're here. It is time to chat about all the books that I read in January, and it's honestly not a whole lot, you guys, so this is probably going to be a short and cute video, but I am going to include my journaling that I did for January in this video as well, so stay tuned to the end if you want to see kind of like what I did for the month. I'm sorry if this is a little dark. I'm kind of losing daylight here, but that's okay. So in January, I read 5 books and I DNF'd 1, and I think I'm just gonna go in order of what I read. So the first book that I read this month was Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. In this story, we have Bee and Levi. Bee is a neuroscientist and Levi is an engineer, and they have to work together for a project for NASA. However, our main girl Bee is really not happy about this because she is always led to believe that Levi has hated her. He's kind of like her academic rival, you could say. So it's enemies to lovers, and this was just like a cute little romance, like nice and fluffy, just what I needed to kind of start off the year. I will say I don't think I like this as much as The Love Hypothesis, which was her first book, but I did enjoy this. I ended up rating it 3.5 stars. Bee was like a tad bit too quirky for me sometimes with her galaxy leggings and stuff, but overall it was cute. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm probably not gonna like be thinking about this really at all but I would recommend this if you're looking for just like a cute quick romance. The next book that I read is Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. I honestly don't even know how to describe this book. I really don't. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna waste my effort on it because I really did not enjoy this book. I rated this 2 stars. I read it in my 24-hour reading challenge if you want to see like more of my thoughts on it. I just did not like this book. It was very disappointing, and this was supposed to be a thriller, but it read more like a romance. And the amount of times that Twilight was mentioned in this book, look, I am a Twilight lover myself, but it was just so much. It was too much. It was too much. If you've read this, I think you know. But too many Twilight references. I really did not care about the characters or like what was happening to them. I thought the whole story was boring, and overall it just made me feel kind of icky and weird. So moving on. Actually, I kind of messed up the order for this. So the next book that I read was Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier, and I really enjoyed this book. So this is a thriller, and it takes place at an amusement park in the like Seattle-ish area. What's that called? Pacific Northwest? But it's an amusement park up there, and there is a dead body found there. The story follows our detective who figures out why there's dead bodies on the amusement park, at the amusement park. You guys, I am so bad at describing books. Really bad. And this book has like clowns in it too, which was just really fun. Honestly, this book was like kind of creepy, like in the best way, where it like actually scared me, which I can really appreciate when a thriller can do that. And I love Jennifer Hillier's writing style, and it was just such a good book, and it is on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're looking for a thriller, I would definitely pick this up. And then I read Heir of Fire by my queen, Sarah J. Maas. This is book 4, I believe, in Throne of Glass. I think either way that you read the series, this is book 4. So we can't really say too much what this is about, but I did love it, and this was my last reread. So if you don't know, I am rereading Throne of Glass because I read through Heir of Fire and then I stopped reading for like a long time, and then I wanted to reread it so I could remember stuff going into the second half of Throne of Glass. So yes, this was a reread, and I'm so excited because that means I get to read Queen of Shadows next. I have read like the first 100 pages of that book, but after that it is all brand new to me. So I'm super excited to continue with this series, and it makes me really excited because I don't honestly know like any spoilers for the rest of the series, I don't think. So that makes me really excited, and I just love this world. And I rated this 4 stars. And the final book that I read this month was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. You guys, this was my first 5-star of the year. Yay! And it was also the first book that I've ever tabbed. I don't know if you can see like my little tabs there. And I highlighted stuff. I don't know if you guys do annotations, let me know if you highlight or underline or do both, because I highlighted in here. And it was honestly like just so freeing to write in my books. I'm like, oh, I should be doing this because this is actually a lot of fun. But I feel like this one has gained some traction, so you probably already know what it's about. This follows our girl Clementine, and her aunt has recently passed away, and her aunt actually gave her her old apartment, so she inherits that. and the apartment is actually magical. So it goes 7 years in the past, kind of at like random times. So it's not always 7 years in the past in there, just when the apartment decides that they need it. But so she goes to her late aunt's apartment and there is a man in her apartment. So then a little love story blossoms from there. This was just literal perfection, you guys. Like, her writing is so beautiful. And I wasn't going to annotate this book, but then I started reading it and I was like, how can I not be highlighting and like saving the words that are in this book, because it was just so beautiful. And I love the romance in this, but I also love just like the realness about grief and just the reality of it all. And yeah, I just like, this book was so bright and like cheery as well, even though it does talk about grief too. This was just like so good. I don't really have anything else to say about it, but I definitely just really recommend this one. And our first 5-star. Okay, guys, and then the one book that I did DNF, unfortunately, was Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I know. I feel really bad. Well, let me just start off by saying this is gonna be a soft DNF. So I consider a hard DNF one that I'm probably like never gonna touch again. Soft DNF, I do plan to come back to it. So it's not like forever, I'm never gonna read it, but I am just gonna put it down for now. I got 150 pages in, and honestly, I think I just wasn't really in the mood for it. And I just didn't want to force myself to read it if I wasn't in the mood, because I didn't want to end up not liking it when I could. You know what I mean? So I did DNF this, but I'm planning to read it sometime in the future. And that's really it, you guys. I didn't read a whole lot this month, but it was like a fairly good month. I feel like we had kind of like a little bit of everything as far as ratings go, and genres, I guess, as well. Now let me show you what my journal looked like. Okay, so this is what my journal ended up looking like. So this was like my cover page that I did, and then I put a little TBR there, but I don't think I'm gonna do that again because I don't really like how it looks. And then this was my pages read. So I like to do this and like color code it with how many pages that I read, because I don't know, I just like to look at it and see where I was reading a lot and where I was reading a little. So that was this. I do this every month, or try to. And then this is where the book reviews come in. So I just do like the little cover of the book, and then do the rating, the date, and then I just do like a little excerpt of what I thought about it. And then this is a new thing that I'm doing this year. So if I want to, or if I like really enjoyed a book, I want to do like a dedicated page for it. So I started it with Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier. So I have like the same thing up there, and then I want to do the bottom half like kind of an aesthetic of the book. And yeah, so that was that one. And then I did that too for the 7-Year Slip, and I really love how this one turned out. It's so cute and bright. And then this is the last page that I did for February. It's just the book, or not February, for January. It's just the videos that I posted, and I got this idea from Hallie Jones. Yeah, so these are just all the videos that I posted this month. And that's everything for kind of just the January. All right, you guys, that is everything that I read for the month of January. Let me know what your favorite book of the month was. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another one from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.